Welcome to the Course Creators Circle podcast, where we talk all things course creation with your host, ideas strategist, and Thinkific approved expert, Linda Reed-Enever. The Course Creators Circle podcast is home to Linda's top tips, along with interviews with experts and course creators just like you. Get ready for practical tips you can implement in your course creation journey with your host, Linda Reed-Enever.
Hi everyone, Linda Reed-Enever, and welcome back to the Course Creators Circle podcast. In this episode of the Course Creators Circle podcast, we are being joined by two course creators, Mel and Maria, who are about to share with you their tips for creating your first course. Mel and Maria have both been teaching for a while, and they are now going to share with you valuable tips from an insider's perspective to help you create your course.
Hi, my name is Melissa Hiemann, and I am the co-founder of the Center for Healing. Through our online courses, we teach and certify therapists, counselors, and healers, or people that want to be, on how to help people heal and create a trauma-informed business that they can be passionate about and love. I have authored a book, The Natural High: Secrets to Letting Go of Instant Gratification and Finding Inner Peace. I have also created 2 internationally recognized and accredited methods and certification training called Root Cause Therapy and Trauma-Informed Manifestation Coaching, which we all teach online. My business partner and team have also created numerous other methods and trainings, and we have an amazingly supportive student community comprising of over 5,000 incredible people from all over the world who have taken our courses. In the last 2 years alone, we have sold over $1.5 million in course sales alone. My partner Ryan and I also consult and mentor people who want to start their own online course business to gain time freedom and to be able to be with their families, as creating online courses is what has massively and positively changed our little family's life.
My name is Maria Fernandez. I'm a language teacher and also a language learner. I've been learning languages since I was a teenager. And for the last 6 years, I've been teaching Spanish and English online. Before that, I taught languages for over 5,000 hours, one-to-one or in-group lessons. That gave me the experience and also the motivation to create online courses. It is much easier today than it was even 6 years ago to create an online course. I have created several for Spanish and for English. I'm constantly learning, not just the languages themselves, but how to create courses faster, how to create the courses that my students like. I love the challenge. It's been difficult. Sometimes I still don't get it right, but it's a marvelous business. I really like it. And what I like the most is the freedom that it gives me, because I can work from anywhere. I can travel around the world. I can work at any time that I fancy. I can take holidays. The freedom is exceptional. There are very few jobs that are going to give you this kind of freedom.
Lessons are part of the course creation journey. We are going to teach, yes, and therefore there are going to be lessons. But as we start to create our courses, we're going to learn lessons along the way. And even today, I have learned a lesson about how to do something new in the world of course creation. And it's pretty exciting because that is the evolutionary and ever-changing world of course creation. So today in the Course Creators Circle podcast, we've asked course creators like you, what was the biggest lesson they have learned when creating courses?
One of the biggest lessons that we have learned in creating online courses, and it's going to sound so cliche, is that you really need to believe in yourself. So there's going to be doubters, there's going to be people that might project their fears onto you, but you've got to really dig deep and believe in yourself. And a part of that is letting go of being perfect. At the start, you've just got to build something and put it out there. And as you mentioned, it is something that will be an evolution over time. As you learn more, as you grow as a human being, so will that reflect in your online courses and what you put out there. And I think the other thing too is, sometimes we'll do a launch and won't get sign-ups, or sometimes we'll make an offer and no one's interested. But at that point, you've got to keep going and not to give up.
The biggest lesson I have learned by creating courses, in the process of creating my courses, is that before I do anything, before I set out to write, plan, or decide on anything, I have to ask my students. If I don't ask my students what it is they want, what it is that they have trouble with, what do they want to improve the most, what do they want to work on today, then I'm going to create a course that they are not interested in. If I don't ask those questions, I will create the course that I think they need. And time again, my students have proved to me that that is not the way I should do it. I have created several courses that literally nobody was interested in, only myself. And when I have asked them, when I've said what it is that you really want, what it is that you would pay for, and they've told me, because people will tell you, sometimes very, very clearly, they tell you, you create the course that they need, the course that they want, and the course that they will pay for, and you will succeed. If I don't ask those questions, I will get it wrong every single time.
Lessons are all about learning. So if we get taught a lesson as we're creating our courses, then there's going to be something that lesson taught us. So we've also asked you as course creators to share with us what the lesson taught you and what value did it bring to your business.
That lesson of believing in ourselves and also just putting yourself out there even when you feel like no one's listening, but doing it consistently over and over. The biggest thing that taught me was the resilience that you get from that. It always pays off, because if you keep showing up, at some point people are going to recognize you, start to get to know you, or you're going to come across the right people and they're going to enroll. So that would be the main lesson that I learned from that. And our sales just went crazy after that when I stopped giving up so easily.
By asking my students what it is that they want to learn, what it is that they would pay for in terms of online courses, what I've learned is that when I create those courses, they will pay for them, they will be interested in the courses, and the courses themselves will be a lot more interesting, a lot more than the courses that I come up with in my head and then I create and it turns out that no one is interested in. So the courses that I create now are 1 hour long. It's just a few videos focusing on one topic. For example, I've just created a 1 hour course on English accent reduction. That's a 60-minute course with 5 videos, 12 minutes each. I would have never thought of a course like that. I never thought that people would be interested in that kind of thing. But people want courses that are short and to the point, not very expensive, even if they end up having to pay for several courses. But that is the way it works in my industry. I've learned that. That's the lesson that I've learned by asking my students what it is you want. And they've told me, and those are the courses I'm creating now. And they are much more successful than anything I've created in the past.
We would love to hear what your advice is for other course creators about what you learnt from your lesson, either how to avoid it or how to grow from that lesson that you learnt within your course creation journey.
Well, my background is therapy and coaching and healing. So I'm going to explain it with that kind of filter. But, you know, there's probably been times in our life growing up and you might have things flash up in your mind where you've gone to do something like, you know, speak in front of the class when you're at school and you went blank, felt ashamed, or you got your sales job or you had to do some kind of presentation and you felt rejected. These little moments in our lives create memories in our nervous system, and having your own business and having an online course business can really activate those memories where we can't remember the memory, but our body goes into this fight and flight response and we can either shut down or get really anxious. So working through those can be super helpful. You can do it on your own with meditation, or you can sign up with someone to work through those things. But sometimes it's deeper than just like mindset. So just keep that in mind, that your body's trying to protect you from that past pain, but that you can let your body know that it's safe to go ahead now.
The advice I would give other course creators is to ask the question, what is it that you need from me? What is it that is going to make the biggest difference to your knowledge? How can I help you to improve the fastest? If you ask those questions, your students will answer. They will tell you because they do want to help you help them. If you ask the question, how can I help you? How can you improve faster than you're improving now? What is it that is missing in your training? They will tell you, and you will create fantastic courses, the courses that they want and the courses that they need.
Well, I would like to thank Mel and Maria for joining us for the Course Creators Circle podcast. It has been my pleasure to host them and learn some amazing tips. I hope that you as course creators will action some of these tips that you've picked up along the way. And remember that course creation is a journey and we take it all together. So if you haven't joined us already, join us in the Course Creators Circle Facebook group. Just search for Course Creators Circle Community. We'd love to see you all in there.
Thank you for listening to the Course Creators Circle podcast. Don't forget to check out the full range of resources available for course creators at www.thecoursecreatorscircle.com.au.